guys, IceWire here, and today we're going to be having a look at and a chat about Obsidian's newest game that they have announced, The Outer Worlds. Now, if you don't know me, then just all you need to know is that I'm a big fan of RPGs personally. A game that I really liked was Fallout New Vegas, so I am very much excited to see what The Outer Worlds is about, considering that Fallout New Vegas for me was a really cool experience. And as for some other little bits you need to know about me, if you're new here, hi, I'm Holly. I like games. That's all you need to know. So we're going to be having a look at the trailer first. If you have not seen it, I'll link it down in the description below. I do recommend you check it out personally first because I will talk, as is my way when it comes to reactions. And then afterwards, we're going to be having a chat. If you want to skip the reaction, if you've already seen it, there will be timestamps in the pinned comment. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, we got some running. Obsidian, what have you got, boy?
There you are. Wondering what's going on.
Oh,
eh?
hi.
One question
This
first.
feels a lot like Fallout 4,
Are you feeling
the
anything
beginning.
that can be construed as explosive cell death? No? Wonderful. Let's get started.
He's kooky. I like him. Oh wow, that is really pretty. Okay, that's really pretty.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy. The frontier
Edgewater.
of space. Well, at least it was until the corporations bought it, branded it, and started selling it at ludicrously inflated
man.
prices. And the rest of your fellow settlers? Abandoned on the edge of the colony. I'd save them myself, but the board's got a bounty on my head.
Okay,
So,
this is...
that's why I thought you out.
It's like a...
You
Oh wow,
appear
that character has
capable.
fun.
Look, I get it. Taking on the corporation has left us with two choices, bad and worse. But you
Okay.
have to choose. And you have to choose now. You know you didn't have to shoot either one, right? But it's fine, I guess. You just keep being you.
Oh, I love her. I love her. And developers of Fallout New Vegas. Okay. Oh, what the? Please tell me there's romance in this, because seeing so many waifus and husbandos. Just saying. Okay, this looks really interesting. Try not to break it. Alright, yes, it's on PS4. Fuck yes.
Spicer's Choice is not responsible for any feeling of vertigo, wonder, or hunger you may have experienced while watching this advertisement.
Okay. Okay, so, discussion time. Now, one thing I want to say straight off the bat is whoever that kooky older character is, I already like him. There's something in his voice acting that's like really charismatic, and I don't know, it made me very interested in watching the trailer, like just hearing the narration in the background. I really enjoyed that. But the game itself, The Outer Worlds, so obviously it's not set on Earth, it's set on some planet. I don't know what planet, but it's on a planet that ain't Earth because there's alien creatures. So we start off with this bit in the trailer, and just straight off the bat, it reminds me of when you first wake up in the cryopods in Fallout 4 at the beginning, which it's like that, but it looks better, I guess. Then again, this is a trailer, things obviously change in development, and this is for advertising purposes, of course, but just from the looks of this, I really like the look of this trailer. Just on the look of it, I like the opening where you get woken up in a cryopod and some random dude's like, hey, welcome, I need your help. That and just this character's voice acting, I love it to bits. I don't know who this person's voice actor is, I don't know what this character is going to be, but just this character and hearing this character narrate and explain what this place called Edgewater is like in the background, I found to be kind of captivating. Just something about the personality and his voice and like the little inflections here and there in his tone, just it sells it to me. And in here, you get out of the pod, and the world itself is just freaking gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, Starfield... What's Starfield again? I don't remember what Starfield is. Can someone remind me? In all seriousness, just the world looks really lively and vibrant with a little hint of like rusticness to it. I love how it's kind of got, if I had to compare it to anything, it would kind of remind me of a mix between obviously Fallout New Vegas is something that I'm drawing from because that is my only experience with a game from Obsidian. Perhaps even a little hint of Dishonored. Now what I mean by that is that obviously Dishonored is a more darker, dreary game. However, just the art style and the environments here and there, as you can see with this Auntie Cleo's thing over here, and then some of the billboards you see in the background, kind of reminds me of Dishonored. Not like full on, but just like a little bit. So the story with the place that it's set in is that corporations have kind of bought out the area that you're going to be exploring and are kind of selling everything at crazy prices. So I'm going to assume that will possibly impact the story, or at least like going to merchants or whatever, and then you'll have to, I don't know, barter it down. I don't know. But they kind of emphasize that very specifically, so maybe we'll end up having to deal with these corporations? Possibly. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. So we're a settler, and we're not going to be the only settler, just from the looks of this part in the trailer where the random kooky dude brings up other settlers, and from the sounds of it, we're going to be having to go around, find these settlers, and wake them up, I assume? Now, I really like the character designs here because it kind of faintly reminds me of a little bit of Destiny. Also, but now this character, I don't know who she is, but I love her. I love her to bits. I love the little finger gun she does. Just love her a bunch. Want to be her friend. And in here we got a little hint at some decision making happening in the game. Obviously, as a player, you had to choose between shooting the woman on the right or that armored figure, and then the character chooses to shoot the armored figure, and the girl says this.
You know you didn't have to shoot either one. But it's fine, I guess. You just keep being...
I love her. I love her so much. Just tell me more about her, Obsidian, please. Please. I need to know for science and personal reasons that I will not disclose.
I'm gay.
And in here we can see some sort of space action, so someone flying around shooting shit in space, so that means we may be able to fly around the planet. If so, that would be really, really dope. I would like that, because, I mean, who doesn't want to fly around and shoot things in space, you know? I mean, Star Wars kind of ingrained that into a lot of our heads, you know, space exploration and wanting to take part in like cool battles in a spaceship. I love the sci-fi RPG aspect of this. That is what makes me the most curious, like, because there's so much you could do with a sci-fi RPG. Obviously, I love fantasy RPGs. That's my bread and butter right there. That's my home space, if you get what I mean. However, I really love the just overall aspect of sci-fi RPGs, because there's so much you can do. With fantasy RPGs, you can, you know, you got your elves, you got your dwarves, you got your dragons, and it's kind of expected with fantasy, whereas with sci-fi, you can just be creative and come up with anything, really. And with this game, you know, we don't know what's gonna be in it. I mean, we see some space action happening here, and then we also see some creatures which look absolutely badass and kind of kooky, which I am looking forward to screaming and running away from. But yeah, there's just so much you can do with sci-fi compared to fantasy. It's not to say sci-fi is better than fantasy, but you know, sci-fi stories, you can be more creative rather than the fantasy side of things, because with fantasy you kind of expect certain things to be put within a fantasy world, whereas with sci-fi it's all the unknown, and I think that's really cool. Now I want to hear what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. What do you think of the Outer Worlds? Did you like Fallout New Vegas or any other Obsidian games? I'm not sure what else they've done. I think they did Knights of the Old Republic. Overall, I think the Outer Worlds looks really, really fascinating. I can't wait to learn more about it, and I will definitely be discussing it when any news or info or just anything Outer Worlds related pops up. I'll discuss it here on the channel, so if you want to join me in learning about this new game from Obsidian, then welcome aboard, my dude. Consider supporting me on Patreon, as it feels to go for my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons. They are, of course, Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Caroline Richardson, Cooladora, and Bow and Arrows. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you vids later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!